Welcome to Honest Questions, where we hope to get honest answers. Visit our website at www.honestquestions.co.uk.
Hello and welcome to Honest Questions. Today we're talking to Gary from Leeds. He's a heroin and crack cocaine addict and has been on the drugs for a number of years. Today we're doing something a bit different. We're interviewing from our car because obviously we had no place to interview Gary because he has got mobility problems. So before we get started, I'd like to introduce my co-presenter Steve.
Hello there.
And another thing I need to warn you about, Gary does talk very quiet because of the drugs and how long he's been on the drugs. It has affected his speech a bit and he talks very quietly, but I think you better understand him. So, would you like to introduce yourself, Gary?
I'm Gary, I'm 51, I live in Leeds, I'm an heroin and crack cocaine addict. Currently waiting to have treatment at hospital for my leg.
What is it that's wrong with your leg, Gary?
I've got two ulcers. It's
Two ulcers?
Caused an infection on my bone and thinking about amputating.
Oh dear.
Below knee amputation.
So, Gary, how long have you been taking heroin and crack?
Roughly 17 years. 17
years, that for both of it, or did you come on one and go to the other, or?
No, well, I used to smoke the crack cocaine and smoke heroin, but now I inject both of them together, which is called a snowball.
Right, I've heard of snowballs before.
Yeah.
What could you describe the high of a snowball? Is it easy to describe?
You get an instant rush, you feel nice and relaxed, and it just blocks out bad things you might be going through.
And can you tell us your life before you took heroin?
I was working as a builder. It was very interesting. It was go about all different sites in England. Used to sandblast, acid cleaning, repointing, stone repairs. I used to really enjoy it, even in winter. The best thing about it working in summer, it was, you know what I mean? The enjoyment in working in summer outweighed the cold days in winter.
Right.
Yeah. So how did you start? How did you start then with the heroin? Was it a particular reason?
When were your first time? When you first tried it?
My first time, I was drunk and in wrong company, and I actually OD'd.
You overdosed?
Yeah, I overdosed, yeah. And then didn't take heroin for at least 5 years after that, because I was working and had children. Why I begun heroin is when I was working, I come down with a very blood disorder called scleroderma.
Can you say that again, sorry?
I come down with a very blood disorder called scleroderma.
Scleroderma?
Yeah, it lives on your white cells, like cancer, but
you
don't die from it. It just affects your mobility and stuff, quality of living. I couldn't work no more because in winter, go proper numb. Even in summer, when wind's blowing, my fingers go numb and I couldn't hold my work tools.
Well, that's a good point, actually, because you've actually lost your fingers on one hand, haven't you?
Yeah, part fingers on one hand, all fingers on the other.
And is this down to the illness?
Contributing with drugs as well, but the illness costs it circulation, but taking drugs won't have helped.
I'd imagine that must have been horrible for you, having your fingers amputated.
Yeah.
Have you thought about getting something that you know as a...
No, I mean artificial fingers.
Yeah.
No, I can cope all right as it goes.
Okay.
So you're pretty happy with your life
Towards my fingers.
Towards your fingers, yeah. Not with you.
There's no happiness being
No.
So how much heroin do you take a day?
At the moment,
I'm
I'm just on I can get by £10 a day heroin, but when I've got spare money, I get one of each, which £10 crack cocaine, £10 heroin.
And is when you have extra money, do you go mad with it? Do you binge?
Yes, you binge more on crack cocaine, but heroin, might have like £30 worth of heroin.
And how long did it last, this buzz?
Well, you get an instant rush, which I'd say lasts for a good half hour.
Half hour.
And then you can feel yourself high for, say, 4 or 5 hours.
Right.
So do you get much for £10? Is that just one hit, or would it be multiple hits? Or
No, it'd be one hit, but when you have it slow, you can half it and have it into two injections.
right. So have you cut down, or have you always been on this much? Or
No, I've reduced down to this much.
so you're doing quite well then, are you?
Yeah.
So what were you on before then? What sort of amount were you taking before?
Well, out from £40 to £70.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how did you afford that then?
Well, I was selling drugs, which is I won't say is very good, like that.
Well, no, but I suppose you've got to get, if you need a fix, you've got to get one, and I suppose you go do anything, would you?
As far as crime goes, I'd rather do that than what some people do. I don't scope. It's sitting low selling drugs in it because it generates crime, doesn't it?
Are you selling to your friends and people you know, or is it just random people?
No, mainly to people I know.
Right. Can you describe an average day in your life, like from waking up in the morning? What's the first thing you'd do?
Waking up in the morning, first thing you do is you're thinking about gear, you're thinking about where you're going to get your money from. And then you phone your dealer, you go and meet him, come back, do your drugs, and just lays about all day, really.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to score again or go to borrow some money, or
Do
I
you?
have shoplifted in the past, so you'd go out shoplifting and then you'd be selling stuff. And
I imagine the mobility's stopped all that side of things.
well, I've
Your
never
hands.
been much of a shoplifter. We're just a 6 month speed.
Right.
And did you get caught for that, and did that stop you? Or?
I have been caught, but that wasn't the reason why I stopped.
You didn't deter you.
Mobility got worse when I stopped.
Right.
Have you ever been to prison?
Yeah,
How many times have you been in prison?
about 7 times.
7 times. Have you ever done any long sentences, or have they all been short?
Longest sentence for a year,
Well, it's quite a while, isn't it? 3 years.
but majority of sentences were like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months.
So you managed to get off drugs, obviously, in jail, or did you keep taking it in jail?
No, as it goes, I've only ever had drugs once in jail, and that was a £10 bag of heroin, which, if you measured it to on the street £10 bag, it'd be a tenth of the size of a street bag.
Yeah.
Most people think they are.
It's a myth, really, that people, working class people, think that drugs are everywhere,
Yeah, no.
and it's not like that at all.
No, there might be in open jails, but not in semi-open jails.
So would you say that when you are on drugs, it changes you as a person?
Yeah, definitely.
How would you say you're different from before?
Did it make you happier?
No motivation to do anything. You're not happy.
No, it's opposite.
Not happy. You might be happy when you first get onto drugs, but then when you're on drugs, no.
Like you say, when you first took it, it was like a 5-year gap between taking.
Yeah, that's because it was a stupid one-off when I was drunk. When I first took it, I was working at the time. I'd had a fallout with my partner. I was in the wrong crowd of friends and tried it, and I overdosed.
Yeah, this is my point. So you overdosed. So what made you want to take it again after overdosing?
Well, like I say, I come down with my illness. It enabled me to work.
Through the pain, you mean?
No, it enabled me to work through illness. I couldn't work. Numbness from fingers to toes.
Right, and that helped you with the pain, I meant.
Yeah, it slightly helped at the beginning, but then once your body gets used to it, you don't help. It's just
Right, so you build up an immunity towards the drug.
So basically, you say it didn't make you happy when you take the drugs. So what makes you take them again? Then, if it doesn't make you happy, I'd like to understand that. Yeah.
It's just the thought of coming off from the pain, the scaredness of coming off of drugs.
So it's the DTs that you're afraid of.
Detoxing.
Detoxing, yeah.
So it's very cold, stomach cramps,
How many times have you actually detoxed?
detoxed about 10 times.
Really?
3 times in jail.
And does it get any easier?
I think it's easier now because I won't say drugs are as strong.
Really?
So do you smoke cigarettes?
I smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. And have you tried stopping smoking cigarettes?
No. Well,
No.
yeah.
No, I just wondered.
I was unsuccessful. I only lasted a day.
No, I was just wondering how much more difficult it was to come off the heroin or the crack cocaine as it is for cigarettes. Just so people can understand
I
it.
think coming off of heroin and crack cocaine would be easier than coming off of cigarettes.
Really?
That's interesting.
No,
Because I used to
no,
smoke,
that's
so
just me.
yeah, no, I used to smoke, so I know how difficult
I
it
know
was
a
for
lot
me.
of friends would say opposite. They're more scared of coming off of heroin than they are cigarettes.
Well, you seem to have done a lot of detoxes. So now you've cut down, which is doing really well. So how would you say this affects your family life?
Well, drugs in general has affected my family life. I'm losing contact with my grandson. I'm losing contact with my son and my daughter. Just before Christmas, I'd successfully got off of drugs and regained contacts with my son and my daughter and my grandson. And stupidly in January, I blew it all again and gone back to drugs.
Has that made you feel then? Has that made you not try again? Do you not fancy trying again?
No, definitely. It makes me want to try again. It's just
Too frightened.
You slowly got to mentally get ready to stop. So
It sounds like a slippery slope. Soon as you start do it once, you're hooked.
I've been taking drugs for 17 years. It's like a big part of your life. You're so used to taking them. So when you do stop, you're trying to find something to bridge that gap of what to do with yourself.
So have you noticed your health going decline? Have you got any medical problems?
Well, ulcers on my legs, bottom of my legs.
And they're having treatment for that?
Yeah, your chest with crack cocaine, smoking crack.
So do you have a
bad chest.
medical practitioner? Do you have a GP that you go to regularly, or just like a call centre?
I'm still under hospital.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you say you inject? Your veins can go from injecting, and
Yeah.
so how hard is it for you now to inject after so many years?
Well, to be fair, I'd say about 8 years ago I stopped injecting through not being able to get any veins.
Really?
And so I hadn't injected for 7 years. I'd say 12 months ago I tried my veins again and they seem to be there, which they are slowly disappearing.
Again?
Where I'd either have to stop taking drugs or go back to smoking on foil.
Well, it surprises me because you seem a very determined sort of person, because you're determined to take these drugs regardless of what's happening. Why can't you be that determined to come off it? You know what I mean?
No, I have. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've come off of drugs more in the last couple of years than I have in the full 17 years. So me as my situation, I think I'm towards.
Yeah. So you're weaning yourself off it as yeah.
How hard was it to switch from injecting the drugs to smoking?
Oh, very hard.
Is there strength, quality and difference?
Yeah, it's a lot stronger injecting.
So you get a bigger hit from when you're injecting?
Yeah, when you first go back to foil, you have to take like...
Sorry, foil, what do you mean?
Aluminium foil, smoking it.
So you smoke it on tin foil?
Yeah. When you're on, say, £10 worth injecting, when you go back to foil, you need £30 worth to get the same effect.
That's interesting. So have you been in treatment before, the drug treatments that are available?
Yeah, once, which I didn't find it any useful to myself. I think they just